Bert Coons from television, guys, in Idaho.
The most famous veteran
the man,
in America.
the myth, the legend.
Matt the best.
So, here comes Evan Hafer. Oh my God. Oh, dude, here he is. There he is.
How does it feel to be home?
It feels great, man.
You need to get
Like, I fucking love this place.
We're opening up doors, motherfuckers.
Those are studs on this car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're not here to
messing
mess around.
No.
Oh my goodness, we're like the same
Oh my
person.
God.
Just what are we doing with the company? Let's do this. Let's do like a backseat interview with Evan. So where are we moving the company, Evan?
San Antonio, Texas.
Why is that?
We let our customers decide. So we took the Drinking Bros community, we took Black Rifle Coffee customers, Matt Best, your specific
That's my name.
followers. Yeah. And
Supporters.
we overlaid those.
Yes.
And we said, okay, well, who's going to support the company the most? And it was loud and clear, San Antonio.
Evan, what's our situation?
It took us an hour. Actually, it took me an hour and a half to get a taxi. And now we're waiting on Matt and Bert. Hello, Bert. Hello, Matt.
Damn it, Logan. This is not Evan Hafer coffee. The only way I get my morning started with Evan Hafer coffee. Your experience with that cab?
I think we actually just rode in a cab with the real Green River Killer. Like, no doubt in my mind. Alignment was off.
It wasn't off. There was no alignment. He's going like this, and it is, he's swerving in both lanes.
And I'm pretty sure he had a hose running from the exhaust pipe back into the vehicle to try and kill us.
Yeah. It was a gajillion degrees in there. And I don't mean to be a pompous little shit, but I mean, there's certain factors you can change, like roll down the window. Logan asked him twice to turn down the heat. And
I think he turned it up.
He did. He didn't even turn the
He's trying
heat
to
down.
cook
He
us.
just.
I will say this though, for the first 17 minutes of the ride, I had the CEO of Black Rifle Coffee sitting on my lap.
It's good.
Good stuff.
We're here.
That's
We're
the
in
way to
good
start a
spirits.
trip.
We're gonna do it.
Yes.
Bert's on TV, so he doesn't help. He just stands around and looks pretty.
He stands around and looks pretty.
Forward on your stick. Forward,
This one?
Forward, higher. Okay, now give it a little more throttle. Go back on your stick. Good. Come back to your right a little bit. Okay, now straight up the middle kind of for a while. You got a lot of feet, Rusty.
Tell me a little bit about why you wanted to come here.
I wanted to come to Idaho specifically to show Matt and Bert, you and
Jared, Idaho, and then also I wanted to spend some time with Rusty. So Rusty Bentz. I mean, Rusty Bentz is like a legend where I grew up. You know, he can fly a plane. He not only flies a plane, but he flies planes into like the most remote backcountry in Idaho. He's probably the most recognizable people on the river, and the two rivers in Lewiston and Clarkston, they are the most definable landscape in Lewiston and Clarkston where I grew up. So guys like Rusty, and Rusty specifically was and still is legendary in Lewiston, Idaho, as far as his skill to be able to navigate a river. And I think more appropriately, I think what that says about him is he doesn't really have any fear. Or if he does, he never shows it.
There's like two quirks to Evan. He's CEO, hardcore businessman, super squared away, and then you pull him out of that environment and you put him in the outdoors, and there's this like switch that flips where he's just like super interested in everything. And you know, Rusty, your guide, is kind of a legend on that river, and just hearing Rusty talk about rock formations and how certain parts of the river were developed during, you know, plate tectonic shifts and all these other things, you could just see Evan is infatuated with the information because he wants to know everything. And I think it was super cool for us to just kind of see where he grew up and how guys like Rusty influenced him, that hardworking America vibe. Because I mean, the guy is, you think you're tough, right? And then you meet a guy like that who's just like pulling out 1,500 pounds of basalt with his own, you know, makeshift rig to put on a boat, and then backing up a broken truck that he hot wired to put it in there and then go build a basalt fence. I mean, it's what? I can't even comprehend how to do that, yet he does that. It's super cool to see, and reminds you of some of like these Americans that are just the hardest working guys out there, and it's an inspiration for sure.
So if you look at these are basalt columns, and they're harvested from the river down below. Rusty would take the jet boat, or one of the jet boats that he's had over the last several years, and he would hoist them from the river onto the boat, and then he'd drive the boat like either up or down the river to his cabin here, offload them onto like his truck or a back. I think he might have been using a backhoe. And then he'd haul them up here, place them so you can see they have cement at the bottom, and I think they've got rods in them too. And then he welded 3,000 horseshoes together, and then connected it to the basalt column. You know, it's pretty interesting when you see things like this, and you see a guy that just literally, this is an empty piece of earth, and then he built everything here. I mean, not necessarily the cabin, but the fence itself, and made a really incredible place with just an idea and the ability to say, nothing's impossible.
We've been so immersed in kind of not corporate, but the structure of the business and moving it forward, you kind of forget the message that you're carrying with you, and that message is the outdoors, freedom, right? And we have to experience it more often as such a close-knit group of friends, because it really revitalizes you. It puts you in a position where you're like, this is why we're doing all this, so people can take Black Rifle Coffee to the Snake River, wake up in the morning with their significant other, and make the best cup of coffee they've ever had in the best environment that they've ever been in. And it kind of reminds you what we're doing it for.